Welcome everybody to the Single and Stilettos Show. I'm Suzanne Oshima and I'm a matchmaker and dating coach at Dream Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I'm also the founder of Single and Stilettos. Today we have on our show David Steele, and he's a marriage and family therapist and relationship coach and founder of the Relationship Coaching Institute. And I'm so excited to have him here today because today he's going to tell you why you keep attracting the wrong men. Because I hear a lot of times women will say, why do I keep attracting the wrong man? So he's going to tell you why you are. But before we jump into it, David, I would love for you to tell our audience a little bit about you and how you became a relationship coach.
Well, hi, Suzanne. Thanks for having me. I'm a marriage and family therapist by profession. I became one because I had an unhappy childhood. My parents divorced. But I was burning out. I was specializing with couples in trouble. I mean, they were on the verge of divorce. They hated each other. It's a really, really hard thing to do to try to save their marriage. So when the field of professional coaching started emerging in about 1995 and 6, I became totally excited about applying coaching to relationships. So I did that on my own practice, and I founded a Relationship Coaching Institute to train others to do relationship coaching and helping singles and couples live happily ever after.
Awesome. Well, which is why you're a great expert at this and why I want the women to know the 3 reasons why they keep attracting the wrong men. So can you tell us the first reason a woman keeps attracting the wrong men?
Well, I've done a lot of thinking about this since you asked the question, and I'll give you a preview of the 3, which is fear, doubt, low expectations.
Okay, so tell us about the first one and about fear.
You know, life is scary, relationships are scary, and it takes risk to get out there, get out of your comfort zone and be successful. So nobody is going to be successful staying within our comfort zone, right?
Yeah.
But that's not how you're successful. That's how you're comfortable. That's how you're secure, but you're not going to be successful and fulfilled in your comfort zone. But we are wired to stay in our comfort zone because getting out of it is scary. So fear keeps us in our comfort zone, causing us to want to do things that are comfortable. We resist naturally getting outside of our comfort zone because it feels like we're going to die. And it's totally understandable and natural, but no, we're not really going to die, and we need a balance. We need to be comfortable, and we need to take risks. So that's the first reason. It's fear. It holds us back all the time.
Well, and also, I always tell my clients too, if like, for example, you keep attracting men that are cheaters or men that just can't make a commitment, it's to take a step back and say, okay, what am I doing? Because remember, you're 50% of the equation. And like you said, if you keep doing things the same way, right, and staying within your comfort zone, then nothing's going to change. So you're going to have to start changing things up and doing things differently if you keep attracting the same type of man, right?
Right. But Suzanne, I have to correct you a little bit. You're not just 50% responsible for your choices. You are 100% part of the equation. You're 100% responsible for your choices. We create our reality.
Right.
Every choice we make has a consequence. And we can change those choices, and then we change those results and consequences. And that's our power. That's what we can do.
Well, that is true.
But we have to overcome our fear. And like you said, if you keep on getting involved with guys that are not right for you, then your fear is that the next guy is going to be just like that. So you're going to have to take a risk and go ahead and meet the next guy anyway.
Yeah, that is true. Don't always assume that the same guy is going to come along again. So tell us, what was the second reason that you said?
Second one is doubt.
Okay.
We doubt ourselves. We doubt that we're good enough. We doubt that we deserve love, that we are able to find what we really want. We doubt relationships. Is this whole thing, real or a made-up myth? We doubt the whole idea of soulmates. We doubt, and it comes from fear, but doubt is different because fear is survival-based.
Right.
We feel like we're going to die. But with doubt, it's a belief. And we need facts to back up that belief. But what happens is we look for the facts that back up the belief that we don't want. So if we go out with 5 guys that are jerks and we believe all men are jerks, and then we doubt we're ever going to find a nice guy.
Right.
Okay, that's not a fear. I'm not afraid I'm not going to find a nice guy. I doubt I'm ever going to find a nice guy because I keep on attracting jerks. So doubt is easy to fix, actually. Once we get that our relationships are our mirrors. We're looking into the mirror. And whatever we believe, or whatever we're putting out there, is coming right back to us. And so, yeah, if whatever you're doubting, it's going to be absolutely true. I love what Henry Ford said. He said, whether you believe you think you're right or not, you're right, or something like that.
Yeah, I've heard that quote before. That is so true. And it's true because I'll give you an example of a belief that I hear a lot from women that live in New York City, because that's where I live, is they'll say, oh, there's more single women in New York than there are single men, and so that's why I'm having a hard time meeting the right man. Well, if you believe that, then that's what's going to happen. There are 8 million people in the city, in New York City, and if you can't find the ones that, are single and ready and looking, then something's wrong, right?
Oh, yeah. I'm in Silicon Valley, and we have the opposite problem, which is the perception is that there's more available men,
right,
engineers and people in high tech,
right,
than there are women. But, it doesn't matter how many women or men out there. It's a matter of who you are, how you show up, and finding the right one for you. And you can absolutely find the love of your life. But if you doubt that it's possible, you won't. If you doubt you deserve it, you won't. If you doubt that you know what you're doing or you have a strategy, you won't. So doubt is a killer.
Yeah, that is very true. Okay, so tell us the third reason why.
Low expectations. And earlier we were talking about the 80% relationship versus the 100% relationship.
Mm-hmm.
The 80% relationship is what I've chosen all my life, which is, well, I don't believe I can find what I really want, so I have to settle for this.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a good person, and 80% of what I'm looking for is there. But you know what? There's this 20% that's missing. There's 20% that, I just wish it were different. But okay, love conquers all. I'll figure out a way to make it work. It's the 20% that's missing that it doesn't disappear. And it really sabotages the relationship. So when you believe and you expect and you look for 100% of what you're looking for, you can and will find it. And that's the thing. I got to the point in my own dating journey, I became so pissed off at dating, pissed off at myself, angry at the whole thing, I threw up my hands and say, I'd rather be single than settle. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm going to continue dating, but I'm going to say no to anybody that doesn't meet 100% of what I'm looking for. And I'm only going to have a second date if everything lines up. And after I decided that, probably around 200 coffee dates. How many do you think resulted in the second date? Trick question, we already went through this. 3. Only 3 that I was excited. Wow, this is everything I'm looking for. First 2 times wasn't quite right. Third time, bingo. And so you really have to set your expectations at 100% of who you are and what you want your life to be like, what you want your relationship to be like. My wife and I, we ended up writing this book called Radical Marriage.
Mm-hmm.
This is your relationship as your greatest adventure. And that's what I want in my life. I want my relationship to be my greatest adventure. I want it to be fulfilling and exciting. I don't want it to be boring. I don't want it to end in divorce. So when you go after 100%, you can find 100%. So low expectations, that gets in our way.
And I just want to add, though, David, because I want to caution the viewers and the listeners today, is that you're not saying that 100% of the like superficial things. Like if they don't have blonde hair or they're not 6'3" or whatever, those are nice to have, but that shouldn't be a part of that 100%, right?
Right. Yeah. Thank you. That I totally agree. Um, my paradigm for dating is we have a vision for who we are and what we want in our life and our partner and our relationship. And then we have requirements and needs and wants that make up that vision. And requirements are key. Don't settle even a little bit.
Right.
100% of those. And needs are solvable, but you need to evaluate really carefully if you're going to enter a relationship that doesn't meet an important need. And then wants are changeable, you know? You don't make your lifetime decision based on wants.
Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. That's perfect. So, David, tell our audience how they can find you.
Well, for more information about conscious dating, go to consciousdating.com for free audio programs and video programs and downloads and more about how to find the love of your life.
Awesome. Well, thanks everybody for joining us on the Single and Stiletto Show. Our show is available both in video format and podcast format. If you'd like to view the videos, you can go to singleandstilettos.com. If you'd like to get the podcast, you can download it from iTunes. If you would like to get our free ebook on the 3 secrets guaranteed to attract any man based on scientific research, you can click right here on the video, or you can go to singleandstilettos.com.